Live from New York. Happy New Year. It's Ask an Engineer.
It's almost the new year,
Yeah.
but we're getting there. Only a couple more days to go
Yep.
to finish off this epic year.
I'd like to be put in a coma and maybe wake up later.
I like how you're like, do I want to even wake up from this coma? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Next couple years might be pretty exciting, too. We got so much stuff going on.
That's right.
With electronics and making and crafting and hacking. You'd be a fool to put yourself into a medically induced coma. And
I'm a fool.
Yeah.
Right.
To miss this. Excitement. Let's kick it off with what's on tonight's show.
On tonight's show, the code is Radio City. You know, Radio City is, it's like really old today. That's why it's the code.
Is it?
It's a
You
New
know
York
what the thing I'm not sure is? Is it like a city of radios? Like, why is it called Radio City?
Yeah, it's a city made out of radios. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's a city.
It's Radio City
factory.
Music Hall.
Yeah, but like, why is it called
It's
that?
the largest indoor arena, something like that. It's big. Okay.
Did they used to
That's good.
play radio stuff from there?
We could, Wikipedia will probably steer us
I know.
wrong.
I don't even know why I'm asking.
We're
All right.
celebrating 10% off in the Adafruit store all the way up till 11:59 p.m. and Happy New Year and all that stuff.
Ding, ding, ding.
Your discount code gets 10% off and it supports us, an open source hardware company in New York City. This is us when it was warmer. This was when it was a little warmer, and then it's cold and we go inside. Show and tell people around the world sharing their projects. Later we'll talk about those and more. Pack of the mailbag. I'm going to read your letters to us. Time travel. This week, time travel. Let's top 10s.
Yeah, because you got to do the
BuzzFruit,
wrap up.
Adafeed. Going to do that. Listicles. Okay. Made in New York City, some factory footage and more. And then Mr. Friendly Cloud Entity is going to stop by. We're going to talk about some IoT stuff, 3D printing, some MicroBit news, Raspberry Pi stuff. We got some new products. We're going to answer your questions in Discord, adafruit.it/Discord. Got some top secret, a trivia question, all that and more on, you guessed it, Ask an Engineer.
Dun, da, da.
All right.
Yay.
Okay, so don't forget, code's Radio City. Yep. You are watching Ask an Engineer. It is 8 p.m. Wednesday. We do this a lot. We just got finished with Show and Tell, 7:30. Do that on Wednesday too.
Very
we
exciting.
have news. There's nothing more to ship.
Yeah, holidays are over, so the holiday shipping stuff is...
You can't complain that you didn't get your gift in time for the holidays because we told you it so many times.
And also the holidays are over.
I said, here's the dates, the times.
But maybe people celebrate like January 1st.
Could be someone's birthday. But
Yeah.
we have a lot of stuff going on. And if you place an order, just keep in mind on Friday it won't go out till like Tuesday.
Yeah, because Monday.
But you should use that code now.
Yeah,
Yeah, Friday I think at like 11,
11 a.m.
last one. But then things start shipping again on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Okay, so we got that going on. If you're in New York City, at least for tomorrow, and some of Friday, you check out, put in your zip code. If you're one of the zip codes we do same day, we do same day. We have free stuff. When you put stuff in your cart, you get free stuff. What
Wow.
free stuff do they get?
Wow, we
Lady
have
Ada?
so many freebies, and I don't know how long they're going to last because the holidays are ending. So pick them up while you can. $99 or more order, you get a free PermaProto half-size breadboard. You can take your project from a half-size breadboard and put it on your PermaProto, and it will look snazzy and organized.
Well,
$150 or more, you get a free Trinket M0, runs CircuitPython, or Arduino on this lovely little board. $200 or more, you get free UPS ground shipping in the continental U.S., lower 48 states. $250 or more, you get a free Gemma M0 that lets you run CircuitPython or Arduino on a little wearable platform. And then $299 or more, you get a Circuit Playground Express. You can use MakeCode, you can use CircuitPython, you can use Arduino, you can program it, you can learn how to program, you can make almost anything with this all-in-one board that gets you started super fast. And at every level, you get everything from the previous levels as well.
that's handy.
That is a lot of free stuff. That's why you
Okay.
should take advantage of it now because it's not going to be running for that much longer.
Yeah, and we still got this going on. We got a year-end sale.
Yep, 20% off.
And this isn't because we have too many, is we just want a bunch of people to have Circuit
No,
Playground
we're-
boards that were in CircuitPython. So it's a sale. You could write your name Sale on it if your name's Sale.
Yeah,
But you can write any name
that
on
would
it.
be really funny.
So you get 20% off.
Yeah.
Someone's name Sale.
I know. I feel bad for that one person.
Is it on sale? And it's like, ow, it's on
Oh,
sale.
yeah,
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, 20% off Circuit Playground Express boards. And also 20% off the base kits, which come with cable and batteries and battery holder and all that good stuff. And then also 20% off the Educator's Kit, which is like jam-packed. You get like a sweet blue lunchbox. You get electronics. You get 2 circuit playgrounds. You get all these parts and pieces. You get kind of everything you need to really build a whole bunch of awesome projects. So all those, 20% off.
Yeah, and if let's say you spaced a little bit and you forgot to do some holiday shopping, and
maybe you were in that coma.
Maybe I was in that coma.
Or you just were zoning out.
Yeah, or maybe you're just like, oh no, there's like one friend, like I can probably lie to them and get away with it. Here's what you can do. I got a way out for you. You can get them a gift certificate.
Yeah.
It could be just like, hey, I got you this gift certificate. I just got busy at work and I forgot to give it to you, but here it is.
It was so important to me that I wanted to wait until I had time that I saw you. I
Yeah.
could hand it to you because you can print it out.
Yeah, this is really, I thought about it.
So important.
I thought you'd like it.
It's an excuse.
Yeah. So anyways, you can print out and it looks nice. It looks like money. And then the other thing you could do is get an AdaBox. And this is a gift that keeps on giving.
Forever.
Well, at least as much as you subscribe to it.
Yes.
So every 4 months, we ship out thousands of AdaBoxes.
3 months.
Yeah.
3 months-ish.
Yeah. Like
4 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every like 3 months, we ship out these AdaBoxes. Thousands of them.
Yes.
People around the world. And
Are they amazing?
yeah, that's what people say.
Do people love them?
That's what they say on Twitter.
We ship thousands.
Yeah. And
You don't want to miss out.
you don't want to miss out. The fear of missing out will destroy you. So what you want to make sure is this next one, 007, of course it'll be spy theme. Of course there's going to be fun.
Little
pranks and
pranksies, fun.
Bloodhound Gang, you name it. We got a lot of stuff planned.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit about AdaBox. Okay, and shipping options, because people ask about this. You know, one of our most popular guides is about UPS on our learning system.
Really?
We're gonna do our top 10 list. It's kind of like a top 20 list, but it's top 20. It's 2 sets of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
It's exponential list. Okay.
Sure.
So we got UPS. That's the best one for the US.
US, they kind of got it down.
Now, if you're outside the US, DHL.
Who
Ships
doesn't
everywhere.
love DHL?
Prepaid customs fees, all that sails through
Yeah.
like a sail, like that guy we know. And then
Could be a lady. You don't know. Sally.
Yeah, there's Sally and there's Sal.
Sal. So
And
DHL.
then we have postal.
Your postal.
All 50 states. It's working out.
How is it working out?
It's working out.
Okay.
We were making sure that the packages are actually arriving. The post office is stepping up. They're probably like, you know what? We should probably not toss the mail in the ditch anymore. We should deliver it.
So people have a lot of options.
Yeah, I think a lot of options.
And for the DHL and UPS, it's like you can, if you're doing international shipping, it has customs prepaid and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, all 50 states. South America. Okay. Show and tell people around the world sharing their projects. Lady Ada, we've been doing this forever. This is our last one of the year. Who's on the show? What did they share? What did they tell?
We kicked off the year, the end of the year, with style. We had Colin showing off his Prophet 600 synthesizer Glee mod with a teensy. Sounded great. He modded and updated his Prophet to be better than ever with Arduino power. Noah and Pedro just did a little checkup, showed off some of the projects they're working on. They're doing this slider. They had that USB dock. They've got all sorts of projects that they are going to be working on soon. Scott got a Nintendo, like a Nintendo. I call it like the Nintendo Mini Classic Mega because it's like everyone's got the little Mini Classic, but it's actually the original. He's taking it apart. Maybe we're gonna get it working. It's kind of fun to always like fix all the electronics. So he thinks it's the connector. He's gonna try to fix it. It's kind of cool. Ani has a force push detecting app, and like when it detects a force push, it plays an app. I guess it like uses Chromecast. I don't understand some of this, but it seemed really cool and like cyber because you do like go like this, and the phone detects that you're doing that, and it's like you're using the force because you're a Jedi.
Yeah, I did that, and then this guy's like, "Hi, I'm connected to you. But I think it was just my phone.
Space Tinder.
Yeah.
Phil Moyer has this like massive robot with 9 Raspberry Pis on one and 4 Raspberry Pis on another, and like dozens of sensors. It's on a Maker Beam, and like there's 6 people at Microsoft. He works at Microsoft, and they want to work on it with him. And one of them is like a robotics expert, so it's going to be like this massive robot, and he's going to work on it through the winter and through the spring, and maybe in the summer he'll have it done. So it's kind of good to have like a long-term project to work on. Adam had a scan microscope update. He's back. It was really cold, so like things weren't working. He installed a pellet stove, so now it's hotter. He's aligning the stage on the scan electron microscope. He had a little bit of dust. He had to clean it off. And then he wants to update it to do X-ray support. So he's looking for this special PCI card for the scan electron microscope. There's only like a few were made in like the year 2000, so we're going to try to get this card for him.
I think Adam's project is starting to turn into application to be a Mars astronaut, because he's like, it's so cold, and then a piece of dust got in, and I need these X-ray things. I have to fix this thing far away.
This definitely reminds me of like when they have like the scientist outposts in like the desert, and they're like, well, we're going to pretend like we're on Mars. Yeah. And it's kind of tough. Yeah, it was colder in the U.S. in parts than Mars. I saw that on the weather report. Really? I watched the different weather. Just Mars weather. Yeah. But he's going to get some more streaming going. He's got Wirecast. Yep. Thanks for helping him out with that, Phil. You're the best. Ryan has an update on the thermometer for his students. It now has data logging, and he showed some data logging plotting, so that's pretty cool. And Sally built a beautiful rainbow star spangled LED hat with a Gemma M0. She got one of these new Gemma M0. She likes it. It works out. It's like sparkling, these little white LEDs. Yep. And it's a cool hat. She's going to make more of them. I guess there's like 6 people are going to have these hats. Mm-hmm. Watch out. They're walking on the street with these hats. You can get out of the way. Internet of hats. Internet of hats. That's what we had on Show and Tell. All participants on the Show and Tell get, and see it on the Show and Tell sticker. Email support@adafruit.com. We'll send you one. Part of our Adafruit Live series of shows. Don't forget, right now we are in the chat, adafruit.it/Discord. That's where you answer all the questions. So if you're in another chat and you're like, why aren't you answering my question? It's because you're not in Discord. And we do all the questions at the end. And we do them during the show. Yeah, get in there. I'm in there. Everyone's in there. We're hanging out. We're in there. Okay. JP had some videos and more. We just did our AdaBox. And then JP did a project, Star Wars theme, because it's like Star Wars everything right now. And he did, it's first, because, I read the news. I'm just like, oh, cool, a Star Wars AT&T. Oh, no, it's Star Wars AT-AT, because, like, that was, the thing that walks. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, cool, like, AT&T acquired AT-AT. Like, that's how they're going to install the phone lines or something. Meep. Anyways, so JP did a video. Got a little sped up here. And he worked with, he was a friend of his, and he put LEDs on it. So they made it look like it was, like, a distressed AT-AT. Like a sound? Yeah, and he put sound and light in it. Oh, so that's so like, cool. Bing, 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 bing. Squishing Ewoks. This is fun. Yeah, this is fun. I mean, these are the bad guys, though, right? But I guess that makes it more fun. It's a little unclear who's the good guy or bad guy anymore. Yeah. It's a little unclear. Okay. Yeah, so that's JP's video. And then he also just posted up this quick one. This is the show opener. We're going to play it again. You can make this now. You could count down. Yeah. Every night could be New Year's. Yeah, this is a thematic. Yeah. And if you got an AdaBox 6, you have all the parts to make this. That's right. This is a great add-on project. Okay, CircuitPython. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I think we're getting ready for 3 release. We're doing 2.2. Oh. We're doing both. Yeah, we're doing. We're kind of have a stable and a beta. We could start on 11 now, but we still have to get to the rest of them first. So 2.2, we're actually doing a couple of wrap-ups. 3.0 is in progress. Some cool things coming up for 3.0. It's not out yet, but I'll talk about it anyways, is we're adding NRF52, 832 support. So that's Bluetooth low energy powered chip, which is a Cortex M4, which will be nice and powerful. Lots of RAM, lots of flash. Doesn't have USB, but it's got Bluetooth, so that's kind of cool. So that's coming out soon. You can see some pull requests from K-Town, who is working on those. 2.2 fixes a couple of audio things, mostly for Circuit Playground, and a couple other little like little bugs and stuff. Yeah. So we're almost finishing with 2, and then in the new year, 3.0 is going to be the big push. So yeah, what's cool is you can hang out and help out. Go to Discord, you can look at our GitHub, and
when we do a build, all the people get thanked. Be a part of history.
Yeah. We also have automatic bundle building going on.
Yeah.
So all of our libraries are automatically added to the bundle, and it's like automatically generated every day.
Yeah.
So we have whenever there's a change. So like 2 or 3 times a week, we'll have a bundle release where we have bug fixes,
Yep.
Tweaks, new libraries,
Yep.
all that and more.
Okay. And then also, a lot of people got their Circuit Playgrounds. A lot of people are using MakeCode. So MakeCode, if you go to makecode.adafruit.com, it's a easy to use Blockly-like editor,
Yeah, if you
JavaScript.
Scratch, if you're a kid, or if you just want to program the first time and you're a beginner and you don't have to worry about semicolons or parentheses or syntax errors.
A lot of people are using it. I'm going to ask Microsoft, can we start talking about the massive number of people, because we like numbers.
Yeah.
And I keep track of the numbers, and a lot of people are using it.
And John Park's project, the one he just built,
Yeah.
that was a MakeCode project. He
Yeah.
did MakeCode to start. It's just drag and drop blocks, so it's really fun. And of course, you can change the audio effects or whatever. But you can build like fairly big projects using just these little blocks in a web browser.
I like it. We're just like, okay, I need this thing quick and easy.
Very quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Use any computer.
Back to Mailbag. We read your letters to our team here at Adafruit. We do a weekly meeting called State of the Fruit. Alex wrote in, I purchased the audio decoder, a 35mm headphone jack, and one of your proto-size breadboards. I wanted to make a simple radio prop that played static all the time, but interrupt it and play certain radio broadcasts when it was triggered. This was my first real electronics project, so I was worried I would short it out or touch 2 wires the wrong way and connect something wrong and ruin the board. But after a lot of trial and error, it turns out, great, works perfectly. I plugged in the speakers and heard static, and when I flipped the switch and heard the radio broadcast, I can not tell you how excited I was when it worked and felt compelled to write this. Thank you so much for making my first project a memorable experience.
Wow.
Yay.
Yay.
And at the end of the show, or even now, you can call, but we're not going to pick it up because it's not on. But you can call at the end and win something. But that's the phone number, ownbitstab, write it down, and then figure out what numbers are. And you can leave us a voicemail message. We play some of those sometimes too. Okay.
That's neat. I like it when people build projects and it works out.
Yeah. You know, electronics, usually it's like, I tried this electronics thing, never worked out. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go do blockchain.
I remember the first time like I built a project and it worked, and I'd been buying stuff from like MPJA, which is like this kind of, it's like leftover, like surplus.
Yeah.
And you know, like nothing ever comes with code from there or whatever, but I finally got an LCD working and I was just so excited.
That's cool.
It used to be a really big deal just to get a character LCD working, like huge, because it was
Yeah.
like there's no example code. You'd have to write everything from, you know, a poorly translated data sheet each time.
Yeah, you know, as I journalate sometimes. That's
Is that what you call it?
It's a form of journalism. Yeah. I read all these things
Wait,
and
you
like,
have to wear your glasses.
no, that's during the journalism.
Oh, when you're journalating.
Journalate now. So when I'm journalating or journal search, I read all these articles and it's like, we need to get more people into, you know, electronics. And what the articles miss out, because a lot of writers, they're just lazy, sorry. And what they don't write about or do the research is, it's not people, it's not the interest, it's the terrible experience that electronics used to be. Like nothing ever worked. It was terrible.
really
Or
bad.
you go to a forum and there was some jerk yelling at you.
And then you're like, oh, you have to have this chip.
Yeah,
and,
and it's just like, great. It's like this new hobby is going to cost me thousands. I'm never get anything done. I'm just going to be miserable and alone.
Yeah.
So that was like that was
yeah.
That was in the brochure. So I think that the way to
That's
look
why I did computer science.
yeah, and I think the way to look at it is it's not people, because everything's electronics. I think we all agree. Everything's made out of electronics now.
Yeah, pretty much everything. On the
So it's
table.
not like we're not interested in electronics. It's just the scary, like, oh my God, it's not going to work. And then when you do try, you're like, oh, like, and maybe I'll go online and ask, no. So that's why we did everything different, specifically with CircuitPython. We call it Code Plus Community, because like you can get anything going really fast, and there's really nice people around.
Yeah.
Like that should be an article. And I guess I'm going to have to move from journalate like a cocoon, and then turn into a beautiful journalfly.
Okay.
Someone has to talk about that. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not the people. It's not like how to get more boys or girls in it. It's just the experience in the first 5 minutes
make it easier
of
for
getting into
everybody.
electronics. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's easy? Clicking a like button, and that's why everyone does it, because it's easy and it feels good. It's like, duh.
So you have to
more-
make coding as easy as clicking like.
or at least get one thing working, and then like you kind of build on top of it.
Okay.
Anyways, time travel. All right, time travel's gonna be a little bit different this week. So let's look in the long history of the last few guides. Lady Ada, what were the guides on the learning system this week?
Okay, so we had a whole bunch. So, okay, first off, I got it. I think actually that Dot Star was the Dot Star guide from last week. No, I think that was this week. So we have Dave. So we actually had like 8 new guides this week. Wow. Dave Estelle's.
It's like an advent calendar. It's like an advent calendar. You could just peel it back and you get a project.
There's tons of so much stuff. Okay, so can you hide me? Because I have to read the thing.
Yeah. There, you're hidden.
No. You know what I meant.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, because I can read the things. Okay, so we get the Dot Star Featherwing, CircuitPython. So Dave Estelle's even wrote a library for making like animations really easily with the Dot Star Featherwing, and he made this like cute like snow falling animation with like a Christmas tree. Check it out. He has a library as well to get started. Katney wrote a massive Welcome to CircuitPython guide. This is kind of our premier guide. If you are interested in CircuitPython, or if somebody asks you what is CircuitPython, point them there, because this guide has everything you need, from what it is, how to get started, how to set up your editor, how to set up a serial port monitor and using the REPL, to editing your first code, what errors look like. I mean, it's pretty much everything you need to get started. And then from there you can go on and start building projects. So this is pretty amazing. Katney did a really, really good job with it.
Yes.
Aaron built a simple and beautiful NeoPixel Holiday Lights project. This is just kind of it's a simple project, but you can use pretty much any Arduino board, and you can connect a strand of the NeoPixel dots we put in the store, and you just wind it around your tree, plug power into the other side, and it'll make these really cool like generative palette effects. So it's like it's really cool. Really cool. They kind of pulse from color to color. We had Coding Pro built this interactive gift box. Is you make your own custom box if you want, and then you can have a piezo playing Christmas tunes, and like little LEDs and the tree sparkle. So you have like a really nice box. The box is the gift.
Coding Pro gave 2 gifts, maybe even 3. One is that gift box.
Yeah.
The other one is the gift inside of the box,
Yes.
and then the gift of sharing. What's cool, and this is a younger person, and what I like is like, oh cool, I made something for someone, maybe I can teach someone how to make something.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was talking about.
It was a really good guide for a first guide.
Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about, is like if we can just get people thinking about the other people, whether they're learning to make something or when they're making something, they're like, oh cool, I can share what I just made. This ain't that hard.
Yeah, it's a great guide.
Yeah.
Check it out. If you just, what I actually like is it had the box making part, which is usually skipped over. He actually goes into like how to make a custom sized box.
Yeah.
Trevor, who is a developer here at Adafruit, published the authoring playground books, Swift playground books with Bluefruit for iOS. So if you are using Swift, you may have seen Swift Playgrounds, which is a way to teach programming with kind of like interactive characters and like a game, and you like learn how to code by like sending commands to your little character.
Yeah.
So you can make custom playground books with Swift that let you then interface with hardware or software. And in this playground book, we show you how we did make a playground book that lets you control a little robot.
Yeah.
So using our Bluetooth as the Bluetooth Low Energy module as the interface, you can use Swift Playgrounds to program hardware. So you can teach Swift programming, but with hardware.
I've got a request for anyone from Apple watching this on their Apple TV, looking at their Apple Watch, recognizing their face on their Apple phone.
Yeah.
So if you work at Apple, there's this thing that the goal, it looks like, is to use iPads in an education setting with Swift Playgrounds. Cool. The stuff that they authorize to work with it is like big giant company toys, and it's kind of expensive, and it's a bit of an endeavor, where there's a lot of low-cost stuff that you can use with physical computing. But the Apple and the DIY world for electronics, we have Bluefruit it interacts with Bluetooth stuff. It'd be nice to see Apple have a Circuit Playground, because they have Swift Playgrounds. All we need is Bluetooth. We're gonna have that. So if you know someone at Apple, maybe mention it at an Apple party or something.
Apple party.
Bobbing for apples
when they're working their second day on the weekend.
Yeah, but I think whatever makers and educators who are teaching kids are doing, like on the weekends and after school, that tends to be what is mainstream. And when you go to the Apple Store, there's a lot of really expensive toys that you can kind of do some stuff with. But it seems to be more of a toy, not an educational thing. Anyways, if anyone knows anybody at Apple.
Okay, we also had a remote control tree ornament with Circuit Playground Express. This is a add-on project for AdaBox 6, or if you have a Playground Express. Just make a simple ornament. When you use an infrared remote, it changes the color with CircuitPython, so it's actually a good project if you want to learn how to use the IR remote in CircuitPython. And then we had the Profit 600 Glee mod that Colin Cunningham so kindly demoed for us on Show and Tell. And finally, the New Year countdown clock with Circuit Playground Express and with MakeCode, and soon with CircuitPython that we just showed the little video for.
Yeah. 1,350 guides. We're going to be doing this next year. We'll probably have 2,000.
We'll have, we'll definitely have for sure 1,500.
I can't wait till we have more guides than what year it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Guide 2030.
Yeah.
On Mars.
We're getting there. It's
theoretically,
happening.
there will be people living on Mars using the Adafruit learning system.
I think we do about 3 guides on average a week.
We're gonna do more.
More coming.
Okay. So, like I said, this show and tell is gonna be a little different. When I was on the show and tell, this Ask an Engineer is also gonna be a little different because it's the end of the year. It's recapping.
Yeah.
It's recapping.
All right. So what happened?
Well, like every good website, we have one of the most important things, which is our top 10 list. Which one will be number 1 this year? You guess now.
What is that from?
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the top 10 blog posts and the top 10 learning guides, but I'm going to do number 10 learn,
countdown.
Number 10 blog, because otherwise it would
you're going to alternate.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't take forever.
Yeah, sure.
We don't have forever.
Okay.
Number 10. It's 10. Okay, so this is the 10th most popular one on the Learn system. This is Adafruit Huzzah by Lady Ada. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, little breakout, popular.
Okay. That's number 10 on the learning system of all of 2017. That was number 10. All right.
I'll take it.
Number 10 on the blog. 10. Oh, probably not going to do it each time. Create your own wireless IP camera with a Raspberry Pi. One of our Pi Day posts.
That's nice.
All right.
Nice work, Kelly.
Number 9. Or 6 upside down. Well, it's true. Okay. Number 9 on the Learn system. Bill Earl.
This is a popular guy.
Multitasking Arduino Part 1. Make your Arduino walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay. Number 9 on the blog. Lady Ada and Adafruit removed from the White House website. That's right. You got an award from the White House.
Know.
And after Inauguration Day,
and I was removed.
There was a folder called Makers or something. Someone's like, derp.
Delete.
Yeah, it's gone. So you were wiped off the White House site. You got an award from the White House. Don't worry, we have backup copies. We have photos. We were there. We got a signed thing.
I was there.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're still waiting for the current folks to call us. Sort of. Okay. Number 8. 8.
8 is great.
8.
8.
Number 8. Learn system. Adafruit's Raspberry Pi, Lesson 4 GPIO, set up by Simon Monk.
Old, but good.
Okay.
Classic. Look, you can use a classic Raspberry Pi.
There's themes this year, too. If you look at them really close like this, or even far away.
Yeah.
8. Raspberry Pi Zero, frequently asked questions. This was like, hey, you can't buy 10, stop. And then it's like, see, question 1, you can't buy 10.
It was pretty much,
pretty much that, yeah. Okay, next up. 7, number 7. 7. Okay, number 7. PIR motion sensor.
Another popular.
That was on the Learn
classic.
system. Okay.
And you can see it's been updated. It now has CircuitPython code.
That's right.
It used to be only Arduino.
That's right.
Updated.
Travel through time.
New.
And space.
Better.
Okay, 7 on the blog. The melty problem, or why did my Wanahu i3 duplicator catch on fire? This is from C. Scott. This is obviously interesting to a ton of people.
Yeah, I remember he showed it on the show and tell, and we're like, you should do a blog post.
You should do a blog post. Okay. Number 6. I feel like someone should call in, but anyways. Number 6. How long will it take for my order to arrive if I ship a UPS ground? A lot of people read this because we use a lot of UPS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also in our customer support, and I think we put this in some of the emails. That's probably why it's popular. Okay. Next up. 6 on the blog. Number 6 on the blog. Getting started with the Raspberry Pi Zero, W, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth Pi Day.
It's a good.
Yep.
Good one.
Yep.
All right. Most people got those Pi Zero Ws.
Yep.
We're halfway there.
Number 5.
5 alive.
5. Number 5. 5. Okay, number 5 is RGB LED strips. Glowy goodness. Now,
Also, look.
Yeah, this one, Tyler converted it from Lady
Yeah,
Ada.
this is mine.
I'm like, hey, Tyler, because I asked him to fix something. He's like, well, I didn't really do that. I just transferred over. I'm like, well, we're all Lady Ada, so thanks. So anyways, that's the RGB LED.
I know. We now have a way to change it, but
Yes.
also,
Okay.
CircuitPython code.
CircuitPython code. That's a good theme that
We
you're noticing.
updated it.
Okay. 5th most visited blog post of the year. Lady Ada on the cover of Make magazine.
And the autonomous laser cat toy.
Well, yeah, but this was you on Make. So this happened this year.
Yes.
You're on the cover of Make magazine. Epic.
It happened.
It happened.
You can't undo it.
Not really. I mean, let's see, how
Time
can it be
machine,
done?
we could undo it. You could go back in time. You could kill my
It could be erased off
grandmother.
the website, much like you on the White House
Yeah,
site.
but we have.
But there's still physical
We have
copies.
physical copies.
Yeah.
We'd have to steal each person.
We bought some. I have a
yeah,
lot. Okay.
It's tough.
Yep. All right. Number 4. Number 4. 4.
4.
4. 4. 4. Okay. The TMP 36 temperature sensor.
Okay, another
This
classic.
is by you.
Classic.
Okay. Number 4 from the blog. The time that Facebook banned you and kept having you upload your photos over and over again, and they blamed it on machine learning.
Yay.
Yay, they said you weren't a real person. Okay, I see a theme. Okay, number 3. 3 on the blog. 3 on the, oh, sorry, learn. 3 on learn. Okay, this is Arduino Lesson 13 DC Motors by Simon Monk. Simon Monk on the big board.
Yeah.
A couple times, Simon Monk. Okay,
Good guide.
number 3 on the blog. Fidget spinner.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's right. Okay. Number 2. 2.
Wow. Second.
2.
Silver.
We're so close. 2. Magic of Neopixels. Phil B.
Uber guide.
Now. Blog.
Classic.
Fidget spinner. This is kind of fidget spinner here. Look, man, it's all about you getting deleted or removed from giant organizations or
And
occasionally on a cover of a magazine and fidget spinners and Raspberry Pi.
And how to use sensors.
And how to use sensors.
All right, well, look,
Let's see here.
this is what I'm here for.
All right, here we go.
Number 1.
Number 1.
After this quick break.
Number 1. 1. Loneliest number besides 2. Some Amy Mann song. Okay, number 1 on the Learn system is Adafruit's Raspberry Pi Lesson 3 network setup. This makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, how do I get it
How
on?
do you get it up there?
Okay. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1 blog post. All of 2017. What could it be? What could it be? Where were you kicked out of, removed from, asked to come by, then removed? No, not that. Number
Actually-
1. Welcome to Adafruit CircuitPython beta.
Yep.
Posted by Scott.
Bye, Scott.
And that's what I think the year was all about. New
Yay.
beginnings, new things.
Yeah, January 8th.
Yeah.
9th.
So it's beta's 1 year old.
1 year old.
And congratulations
We're now
to,
up to 3.0.
to absolutely everyone.
Yay, streamers come down. Woo!
Yeah.
Balloons.
But here's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Because there's outrageous stories that happen all year.
Outrage.
There's crazy things going on in the world.
Fidget spinners.
Yeah. Like we're gonna look back one day and say, oh yeah, that was a funny fidget spinner thing. However, the CircuitPython beta and writing about it early in the year, and this entire year going by, look how much got done, look how many new people came in, look how many people are learning stuff. So what a cool way to recap the year. So that is our top 10. We'll do others later. Videos, I mean products, a couple more. But I got that data in today.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Justin. So we got that. So
All right, that's pretty
Everyone
nice.
in-
That's a pretty good wrap up of the year.
That's what our year was
Outrage,
like.
CircuitPython, and fidget spinners.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's probably,
That's what we did.
yeah.
All right, next up.
Okay, so we're an open source hardware company.
Wait.
Oops, there's a couple of us. And we got some factory footage.
From
So
our
we're-
from a factory in?
Yeah, we're gonna play this stuff. That is how Bitcoin was made. Okay, so these don't have any sounds. We can talk about this. Maybe Lady Ada can say what's going on here.
This is us testing our IS31FL. You can see there's one LED. That's naughty. You gotta fix that LED. Get a little bit
doing
of
a full test.
Get a little bit of touch up.
All right. Okay, how's it going now? Let's try it out. Oh, look at you.
Yay!
You can do it.
Now it's working. Now all the LEDs are lit up.
Okay. Whee!
Done.
Okay. Then we have, this is some prints of this really neat Bluetooth crystal lamp.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is all time lapse. And then this is the final thing.
Make it pink.
Yeah.
Pink.
Okay. Now next up, before we move on, I want to do a disclaimer. Okay. We're a factory in Manhattan. There's buildings all around us. We point cameras and time lapse out. Okay. Occasionally things change in this city. There's sunsets.
We have the sunset. And
there's sunsets. Okay. There's buildings that way and that way. We have Raspberry Pi stuff. We do projects. If something's interesting going on that's newsworthy, we will point the camera at it, and it's not for any political reasons. It's neat and it's historic. So there's a WeWork down the street. Who knows what's going to happen in WeWork? But if they tear the signs down, I'm going to do a time lapse of that. It's going to be cool because we have a camera right over there. Now, one of our neighbors happens to be the hotel formerly known as Trump Soho.
Across the street.
Across the street. You can see it like right there.
No, like literally we look at the window.
Right
It's like right there.
It's Trump Soho.
There.
So we walk by there every day. We've been around here forever. And no politics. We have a time lapse of the sign being removed. It was like a big deal. It was in the news.
It's very interesting.
There's all sorts of like weirdo Russian stuff and all that things that going on. But anyways, the hotel restaurant went out of biz because they're like, oh, people aren't showing up here. And then the hotel, it's all about heads and beds. And so they're like, this ain't good for business. They're going to call it the Dominic.
Because the other street on the other side apparently is Dominic Street. You know that little mini street?
Yeah, so the people who licensed the name said, you know what, we really want people to show up here. Because, you know, country divide and all that stuff. And so they took down the sign at the late hours. And we happened to have our Raspberry Pi thing out there. So here it is. Again, no politics. Don't send me emails about this. But here it is. So
Don't at me.
See, this is it.
Raspberry Pi, you got a power boost.
Point out the window. And
it's a little like plate we just could point it at stuff.
Yeah, look. So there it is.
Yeah.
Trump Soho, and then guy comes along in a bucket. Beep, 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 beep. I like it when it was like, so, and then it was like, oh.
A little cherry picker, and then they paint it over.
And then in the morning, it was all gone. That's what it is.
Done.
Okay, so then we have, this is the sunrise of a new beginning.
Oh, the Dominic Hotel. They'll probably put up a sign later.
Yeah. You're at
here. It's a huge hotel.
Yeah, so that was outside our window. Again, didn't do anything special. It's right there. Don't get freaky. And then, of course, outside of our window, here's a nice sunset.
The other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. All right.
All right. So this is Nimbus, the friendly cloud entity. Nimbus is here to mention something. We're showing our video series. We're filming the next one's in. This one's protocols. Here's the trailer. It's only a minute. Watch it. It's fun. This one has had the most comments about how good of a job you did explaining one of the most complicated, craziest things ever. Who wants to talk about MQTT for 4 or 5 minutes? That girl does.
Who has 2 thumbs and talked about REST? Me.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I did a pretty good job explaining.
You did a really good job.
Okay.
That was hard.
It was. That script took a long time to write. And then we wrote a Rick guide to goes with it.
I wrote it, then you kind of changed everything and made it better.
Probably teamwork.
Yeah. I was like the foundation.
You journalated.
The manure the mighty oak grew from. Okay.
Konnichiwa, shalom, bonjour, hello. When humans greet each other, we say hello, we wave, we shake hands. It's the same with machines that we've built and the Internet of Things. We have a language and guidelines. There are millions of computers, sensors, actuators, systems on the Internet. And for all things to communicate, we need a shared language and rule set. A shared language and rule set allows quick and efficient communication between things using less programming, power, memory, and data transmission. When people talk to each other, we call it Language, because we use our tongues. When machines talk to each other, we call that shared language a protocol.
Okay. And so we have Adafruit IO, and a bunch of y'all are like, I'm using Adafruit IO so much, I want to like do a bunch more stuff.
And support us.
And I really want to support this because I don't want it to be a software as a service that goes out of business, all my information sold to someone else, and everything's terrible. So we listened to you, and we did this. So if you want to support a company that does this, us, Adafruit Plus, we have it. You can sign up. $10. Internet of Things for everyone. Bill of Rights for makers. All that stuff. Super friendly. Works with all our stuff. That's what you want. Okay. 3D printing. Don Pedro. Video of the week. They have a Lego build. Someone got Lego.
It's always fun to play with Lego in winter.
Okay,
Sweet.
And they're back with layer by layer 3D Hangouts every Wednesday, and we have one time lapse. And Pedro will be back next week. Live shows and more.
We've got all sorts of really awesome 3D printed projects coming in the new year.
MicroBit. We do MicroBit Monday every Monday. This week I like this project. I pick a project every week. I don't have time. So this one is you make a little digital cat, and this uses MakeCode. And look, meow.
Everyone loves digital cats.
This is cool because then
Like the crypto kitty.
and you can do things like feed me, wash me, chase me. Like you can
Pet me.
Yeah, you can do stuff
Does
like
it
that.
bite you?
No, it's a nice cat.
I like it's got the little little whiskers.
Yeah, it's a nice cat.
All right.
All right. We have some Raspberry Pi news. First up, congratulations to the Raspberry Pi team. So we got this email. Listen to this. To date, 17 million Raspberry Pis sold in the past 3 months have seen all record volumes. 200,000 young people now take part in the clubs and programs every week. Merger with Coder Dojo has been a success. Around the world, they have over 2,400 entries in their latest AstroPi competition. Since launching their first training courses, over 45,000 educators have taken part. New platform went live at 2 million users, launched 2 new magazines, Hello World for educators and Hackspace for makers. So we like Raspberry Pi. I like what they're doing because I'll tell you why. They're pivoting, as they say in biz, so they have this great hardware that was very affordable.
We know, $35 computer, $5 computer.
Yeah, now, what should you do? More of that or, yeah, maybe, but also publish. And the brilliant thing that I think the story that's going to be written about Raspberry Pi later, I think people are like, oh, they brought like low-cost computing to a lot of people. They're bringing computer science, but in order to do it, you have to build a community. You have to have a publication. You have to celebrate the makers doing it. So they have Magpie. Magpie, the latest one, just came out. And they have their Raspberry Pi Annual 2018. Tons of projects, Minecraft, yes, puzzles, comics, and more.
Neat.
And then I journalized
You journalated, and then this is what came out of the
journalize.
The journalize hole.
So they have Hackspace Magazine, Technology in Your Hands, a new magazine for the modern maker, hsmag.cc, and I did a review. And this is pretty rare because, like, I don't have time to do full book reviews. I read a lot of books, but I'm just like, oh, I could read another book. So this one, Hackspace 1, came out.
Yeah.
And I sent a note to the team after I got the first issue. I looked at it digital. I got it physically, and I'm like feeling the paper, looking at this stuff. And I'm like, wow, like, I know what goes into this. And I wrote this, like, disclaimer at the bottom, like, was that Popular Science, 2600, Make Magazine, Craft Magazine, Make Online, just like a million, like, I've been doing this for forever. I'm tired. And so...
you have to publish it on the magazine. You're done.
Yeah, and they're doing it monthly. And Becky Stern on the cover. This is something that the entire maker community was saying for a long time. It's like, hey, like, celebrate Becky and her achievements and her work and everything. Great way to lead. And I put this in my article, you'd think it would all be about the Raspberry Pi. No, they're smart. They have a magazine for that.
They did. This is a separate
magazine. They have a magazine for that. So here's what I like what they did. They did a big story about Arduino. They're bringing all these makers together. Yeah,
the second one, they have projects with, like, analog circuits. They have projects with Arduino.
Yeah.
They have projects with Python. They have projects with Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
They'll do projects with anything.
And you can tell that it's the people that are in the community, like, these are the cool projects that people are making right now. So excellent first issue. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I sent them a note. And I'm like, hey, I'll do a blog post. 30 days go by. Like, we had the busiest time ever.
Yeah.
I hurt myself from typing too much.
We had all those freebies.
Everything was going crazy.
Guides.
So then I wrote some of this article using drag and dictate because I couldn't move.
Yeah,
that's why it was wordy. And issue number 2 came out. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're really doing this.
Yeah.
So
no, the first issue is easy, right? It's the second issue that's the hard one.
Issue number 2 came out. I'm just like, okay, they're doing 3D printing, and I like the way they're approaching 3D printing.
Yeah.
So the thing, from my point of view, is whatever version of publisher, journalist, fan, author, it's just a very honest magazine with the people in the community. They have a really good pulse on what's going on. And you can tell, like, you know, publications can become the voice of a community. They can represent an entire group of people. So it's like high risk, high reward. It's also, it's something sacred. Like, if you put people on the magazine, if you are picking projects and more, you could end up changing someone's life.
Yeah.
There's someone who's going to look at a page. They're going to have a totally different career in life because something inspired them. So you should probably subscribe. We have nothing to do with it at all. We don't do anything with it.
You can get it for free online.
Not yet. Yeah, I have some ideas, but anyways, and congrats Sophie, who she did the selfie bot. She's in our community. You see Sophie in Discord. I think she's in here right now. Oh yeah, she is.
And she's got this, like, ski mask LED thing. This is, like, super cyber and cool. I love the turtleneck.
Yeah.
This is very futuristic.
Yeah, like there's such an opportunity to celebrate people making stuff. There's enough content for a monthly magazine. There's enough for. I found it Hackaday. I remember, like, there's no way you'll find a project day. Yeah, okay. There's thousands a day. There's just not enough time to get to them. So they're doing a really good job, and they're playing the video game on hard levels. So they have to do a print publication. Simultaneously, they launched the PDF. They're sending stuff out to subscribers. They're using an Android and an iOS app. Like, this is hard.
Yeah.
They're doing a good job. So congrats, Ben, team, everyone. Whoever green lit this, as they say.
Yeah, it's a good magazine.
They did an excellent job.
It was fun to read.
The thing is, like, if they did a crummy job, I wouldn't talk about it. It'd be like, hey, good try. You know, hey, free magazine's free. But subscribe, support it, put it in makerspaces, hackerspaces. I think this is going to be kind of the next chapter in what's this entire thing that we're all doing. It's not just hackers, not just makers, not just artists, not just engineers, not just crafters. There's this, like, big thing that we're all working on. So good work. All right. Congrats, Sophie. All right. Well, Radio City. City of Maynard Radios. 10% off in the Adafruit store all the way up to 11:59 p.m. Happy New Year, everybody. We're celebrating stuff. Yay. Hooray. Hooray. Yay. Okay. Lady Ada, let's do this. New products.
New.
That's pretty good. And those notes.
New.
All right. Okay. So we have the new product newsletter. People are always asking, I wish I just got an email when you got new products. They're like, well, you have to have an account. You have to sign up. We don't spam. We don't do anything like that. Adafruit.com/newsletter. Also, the gift certificates, don't forget. And then what's coming up soon is AdaBox. I can't tell you what's in it, but it's 007. Oh wait, I'm gonna just show everything that's in 007. Here we go. Yay! Nope. You have to actually subscribe. Okay, Lady, what's this?
Okay, kicking off, we have this really sweet air quality sensor. It's the Plantower PMS 5003, but it's a PM 2.5 sensor. These sensors are kind of neat. There's this box, and inside the box is a fan, and it sucks air in through these little holes in the side, and there's a laser that scatters light on the particles in the air, and it can basically count the number of particles, kind of roughly, and give you an idea of how much particulate matter is in the air. And these are actually used in air quality sensors in cities, and so we just have the module itself. And this is a pretty good one. It's simple. It just gives you UART data out, and you read it from a microcontroller. We have code in Arduino and CircuitPython. You can hook it up to a computer if you'd like, and then you can read the data out and use that to log data, or maybe alert somebody, hey, the air quality got much worse in this area, for example. I have a quick demo I can show off.
That's what we're here for.
We're here for the demo. So here, lock in. I have a Metro, and this is the sensor, and it comes with this cute little adapter that you can plug into a breadboard here, and I have just like a NeoPixel ring. Whoop, sorry. Where'd you lock?
Yeah, we have a levitating device.
We have a levitating device.
Don't
worry about the thumb. Sorry, so we have the NeoPixel ring, and it's going to light up if the air quality is worse. But the air quality is really good in here because we have such a clean factory. So what I'm going to do is I have a soldering iron, and I'm going to melt some solder, and we'll see.
It's a good reminder that you should have... oh, look at that. You're really doing this. Oh, look. Watch out. Solder fumes.
Yep, and so it got red, and then, if I put this away, give it a little time, because it has to clear out the air. It'll slowly...
Air's getting better.
Getting better and getting better.
You need to put a giant one of these on the planet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry,
so, you can use this for indoor measurement. You can put it outside, just make sure that no water gets into the sensor. But it's very low cost as air quality sensors go, but it's really good quality. A bunch of people emailed us and told us this model was reviewed very well by people for DIY air quality sensing. So pick one up and try it out.
It's a flat screen TV. We're selling 56-inch. No, they're not.
It is a TV, but it's just only 1 pixel.
Oh.
So great for all those 1 pixel things.
The new Sony Pixel. It's actually a Pixel. No.
This is a small version of an LCD shutter glass. It's just like 1 pixel of LCD, and like if you want to make like LCD glasses, like 3D glasses or whatever that turn on and off. These basically turn black when a voltage is applied to them, and they turn clear when no voltage is applied to them, or a 0 volt voltage is applied to them. I have a little demo showing it off.
Yeah, I love demos.
All right, so I have it hooked up to a trinket, and the trinket is just pulsing a pin high and low. And this, you basically only need to give it 3 to 5 volts power, and it will do this. You see me, don't see me, see me, don't see me. And then it just turns its voltage off, and then it opens up again. It's pretty simple. Basically, it gets darker around 1 volt or so, and then at 3 volts, it's pretty much all the way dark. So you can use it with 3 volt or 5 volt logic. You can see it's quite fast, and it's very small. Just be careful because it's a piece of glass, so it will break if you're not careful with it. But it has 2 pins, and they just plug into a breadboard. It's like super easy to use.
Okay. What's this?
This is an LTE antenna. And it's for the next product, but it's 2 separate products. In case you don't need it, you can pick one separately. You can see this is a pretty cool PCB antenna. It comes with a UFL connector. It has that sticker, and that's, I think, a ground plane sticker. It's copper tape. So if you have a metallic case, you can use that to provide a ground plane for the sticker.
Okay.
If you're using it with the PiFi, which is the PiFi, this is the next product. It just plugs into the bottom, and it gives you basically cellular connectivity. It's an antenna designed for LTE. So it's a very nice antenna.
That's right. So the star of the show tonight beside you is
this Pi. This is a new board from Pycom, and this is pretty amazing. It's a 5-network transport protocol board. So if you saw the IoT series, you know about transports, and you're like, well, I have to pick and choose. Do I want to have Wi-Fi or cellular or LoRa or Bluetooth or Sigfox?
How many?
This one, you get 5.
I can use this graphic in 5. You
Five.
get 5.
Five.
5,
5 transports.
5. Okay.
So you get cellular. With cellular, you get LTE, machine to machine. So it's great for data. It doesn't use as much power as 3G or 2G. And of course, it's like the most modern of the cellular protocols. And that's we decapped it so you can see here.
Okay.
What it looks like, and there's that antenna. And then you'll have to provide your own micro SIM card, but just go to your local provider, ask them for an LTE SIM card, pop it in, you're done. And then on the other side, we have 2 modules. On the left-hand side is the LoRa and Sigfox module, so it's a 900 megahertz radio. It looks like it's an SX1272 radio, so you can use it with LoRaWAN or LoRa or Sigfox. Sigfox is a network that already exists. LoRa, you'd have to create your own gateway, but there's tons of gateways you can purchase off the shelf or make your own. And then the other chip, go back one. The other chip on the right is an ESP32. So this is a powerful chip that has Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. It has that little, right below me here, is a ceramic antenna that provides...
It does everything.
Yeah, it does. It has Bluetooth energy. It apparently can do Bluetooth Classic. It's still, I think that's being worked on. It has Wi-Fi for sure. It can act as an access point. It can act as a client. It has some, I think, PSRAM and flash over there on the left. And then, of course, on the bottom, there's a UFL. If you want to connect external Wi-Fi antenna, you can do so. This is a really powerful processor. While you could reprogram it, it comes with MicroPython on it.
Woo.
So you can connect to it over the internet, over your local Wi-Fi, and then you can actually deploy code over Python. What's neat about this is, you get to basically pick any protocol you want. And, if you end up deciding you don't need LoRa or you don't need Bluetooth, you can then get one of their lower cost boards that doesn't have all of the platform, all the protocols involved. But basically this lets you have everything, so you get like a lot of freedom to experiment, have fun. And, they put all the chips on board, so it's very tightly integrated. And another really nice board from Pycom.
Okay, here we go. New product recap time, Lady Ada.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We've got the PM2.5 air quality sensor. It's a UART output module. It's really simple. To your microcontroller, you can get particulate data on how many particles of each size are in the air per deciliter. We have a single crystal LCD. So this is really great if you would like to create a small device, 36 millimeter by 36 millimeter, that turns off. It turns black when you apply voltage, and it's clear when there's no voltage applied. So it's like a blackout screen, basically, that's voltage controlled.
Okay.
We have an LTE antenna with a UFL connector. Goes really great with the next product, which is the FiPi from Pycom. It's an ESP32 with MicroPython installed, so it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth through the ESP32, but then they also added on a 900 megahertz radio that can do Sigfox or LoRa, and then on top of that, you have an LTE module on the bottom for machine-to-machine, LTE and NB-IoT. So you basically got every kind of protocol you could ever want. Put that antenna on it for LTE. You can do cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LoRa, Sigfox, pretty much everything you want, all in MicroPython.
Okay. That's it.
And that's the new product.
Happy 2017.
Woo!
Hooray!
Put it in the air.
Okay, so let's say you're like, I want to buy some of this stuff, but I want to save money on the way out.
Ooh, yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, you spend a lot of money on holiday gifts.
And
Time to save
like,
10%.
Like, but where does the money go? Follow the money. Well,
does it go to some VC fund?
No, it goes to our healthcare and paying all of our
for
folks
purple
and
suits.
401k and time off for charity, and we have a mother's room now. We got a lot of stuff going on here, but this is this is us. This is whoever was around for the photo. But, okay, let's do some questions. We're in Discord. Don't forget Discord.
Discord it up.
Yeah, this is where you can ask questions.
And what room are they supposed to be in?
Well, live broadcast chat is the best one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in Discord. Here we go. What is 3G?
3G is the cellular protocol that's after 2G and before 4G, right? So it's what some phones are still using. It's pretty high power and it's pretty expensive. So for IoT stuff, not a lot of people ended up using it if they could avoid it. And
3G.
It's 3G.
Yeah.
So LTE is 4G. So this, like the FiPi we just talked about, has a 4G modem, which has a really good coverage and is lower power and it's designed for machine-to-machine communication. So you can't actually do voice over M2M LTE.
Okay, easy key module. Yep, it'll come back. No ETA, but you can keep asking every week, and I'll keep saying no ETA. Who wrote and performed the music that opens Ask an Engineer? That was Bartlebeats, Tom White, Jenny Bateman,
we have
and also Noah and Pedro. Yeah, we have the album Frequency.
We have an album available in the store.
Yeah.
You can listen to it anytime you want.
All right, let's see. Not really a question, but you linked the only non-post-apocalyptic Mad Max on your listing of the air quality sensor. I guess we got a link to the one that's
well, because it's like very dusty and
okay.
The post-apocalypse.
All right. How can I remove the spring from one axis of a joystick so it moves freely?
I'm sorry, what?
They want to remove one spring from one axis of a joystick so it moves freely.
You can do it. You know, it depends. I know on our analog joystick, our big one, it's literally a spring you can just remove. On smaller joysticks, the spring might be, you know, like a piece of metal, so you'd have to cut it out.
Okay. Let's see. How would you connect the PMS sensor to a 3.3 volt microcontroller? It's
actually 3.3 volt logic, so you can connect up directly. You don't need to send data to it. Actually, I don't even think sending data to it works at all. You just plug it in and basically data streams out at 3.3 volts. So it works with 5 volt logic because it's high enough to trigger it, and it works with 3 volt logic because it's 3 volt logic. It just needs 5 volts to power it. I think because it's a little fan.
Okay, when's the job? We're going to come back. We're actually going to try something different. We think because we have accounts all working really well now that we'll just tie it into our account system. It'll probably just be more of a part of the blog. So we want to have self-service so people can do it in and out. So probably coming soon. If there's a job that you want to post or a job you want, you can also email support at Adafruit. We post it up right away.
Yeah.
Next up, what's the best operating system? Oh, this is like my favorite question. What's the best camera? It's the one you use the most.
It's the one that lets you do what you want.
It's whatever one that does stuff for you.
Yeah.
That's it. Whatever one.
It's like, what's the best pair of shoes? It's like, well, you know, it depends. Do you want like sandals? Do you want running shoes? What are you doing with it?
I think it's like cameras. Like there is no best camera. Like I know a lot of people that waste their entire lives, and I mean it, their entire lives, yelling about which camera and does this and the full frame, and they don't take any pictures, they don't share them, they don't publish them. So what's the point of having a good camera? Where someone with like maybe a crummy camera phone, they get so much joy and they share photos and they do stuff. That's the best camera. That one.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. What board design is the simplest design? You know, which board would take the least time to design? Oh, there's like some really good simple ones to look at, like on Tindy, where people are just getting started.
Yeah, people make little like starter. You know, if you make a little LED or a timer.
Yeah. Okay. Correction. 2G is totally not dead yet. It's great for personal project load data. Yeah, it'll be around for a little bit longer.
It'll be around for a little bit, but it's probably not good for a big deployment project.
Is there any plans for a single axle joystick in the store?
That's a slider.
Oh, someone's asking an Emacs question. I know. Okay.
I mean, I think, do we have slide potentiometers?
Yeah.
I don't know if we do, but you can get a slide potentiometer from like DigiKey or whatever.
Yep.
And that's basically a single axis joystick.
Okay. Let's see if there's any more questions in Discord. We'll get to them. Otherwise, I think that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah. So what do you want to give away tonight?
I thought I'd give away one of these particle air quality sensors.
That's nice.
That's kind of, because it's like you can connect to any microcontroller and get air quality data, and you can also tell if you're soldering or not.
Okay. Let's, we'll do top secret next week. Yeah, well, here's top secret. I'll just do it real fast.
It's
okay.
Not even really
here we go. Yay,
secret.
it's top secret. I can't believe I'm seeing this. It's crazy. It's like that alien footage that's not really real. So top secret, we got Moo going, and we're bundling it up, and it's easy to use.
It's in the getting started with CircuitPython.
Late Ada just did it. Just did a good job.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's top secret.
Try out Moo. We have a bundle for Mac and for Linux. For Windows, and then for Linux, just install it. It's in the getting started with CircuitPython guide. Okay. We have a page.
Yeah, so
it's not even that secret.
Okay, it's not a secret. You could like see it all the times. Okay. It's like an open sea. It's like, ooh, the sun is hidden. It's like, no, it just goes away for a while. We're rotating. It's always there. Okay. Trivia question. What are the rules?
Rules are, if you've won something before, you can't enter again. Only one winner per lifetime. The first person to call the phone number when it appears on the screen and rings the phone, and I pick it up and I ask you your name, where you're calling from, and a project you're working on or you want to work on, you will win the fabulous prize, which is a PM 2.5 air quality sensor.
Okay.
Part number 3686.
All right. Well,
That's it.
The phone lines are open.
So call this number.
Call this number.
Ohm Bits Dad.
Yeah, if you wrote it down in the beginning, you could have it on speed dial or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if people use speed dial as much anymore as like stored as a contact.
People don't really do that.
Speed
Remember
dial.
you'd like save it?
Ooh, someone has speed dial. Okay.
Okay, wait
do
for
it
the
up,
second
Lola.
ring.
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached Ask an Engineer. Congratulations, you're the winner. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hello, you have reached Ask an Engineer, and you're the winner. I hope you meant to call.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. What's your name, and where are you calling from?
Jeremy Hong from Fairborn, Ohio.
All right, well, thanks for calling, Jeremy from Ohio. What's a project you're working on, and you can tell the audience?
Yeah, I'm currently working on a little like crypto board for actually to hopefully sell on Tindy.
Oh, cool. All right, well, maybe you can have some fun measuring the air quality in your office or home or school or wherever you'd like. We're going to send you a free one. All you have to do is email. Yeah, it's fun. It's like a cool sensor, like whatever. It's like a blue box. It's kind of pretty too. Email support@adafruit.com and say you won a
3686.
3686. That's the part number. We'll send it out for you. We got some code, and just say, hey, was it James from Ohio?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
From Ohio.
Sorry.
Good,
Sorry.
good,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
I can remember part numbers, not names. So Jeremy from Ohio, and they'll send it to you immediately. Thank you so much for calling, and have a wonderful New Year.
Yes, you too.
All right. Good night, Jeremy.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Yes, good night. Yes.
Bye.
Yep. Goodbye.
Okay, that worked out great.
All right. Sorry, Jeremy,
Jeremy
for
from Ohio.
forgetting your name for a second there.
Not bad. Got a J.
Look, it's the end of the year.
Yeah, we're exhausted.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our show for tonight, everybody. Don't forget Codes Radio City. 10% off the Native Fruit store all the way up to 11:59 p.m. Use it. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for making this a year. When you purchase something, we'll do this for at least another year.
Yeah.
These are the folks that you help. And we're every single week. We'll be here next week. It'll be another year. So new beginnings. And here's one thing. It's a great time to reset. Great time to be the best possible persons we can be. Any weirdo grudges or anything like any of us have in our lives, we all do, you can drop them and just start over and get new ones.
Start fresh.
Yeah, but that's the goal. So, like think about like the best moments of 2017 that you had, or even in the other parts of your life, and maybe try to bring that forward and then leave everything else back. Bring that in 2018. We'll do this together.
Start new GitHub repos.
Start new GitHub repos. All right. Be excellent to one another. Thank you, everyone. Here's a picture of MOSFET the cat. Made another year. I mean, there's a few more days left. He'll be fine.
I think he'll survive.
He'll be okay.
We'll keep him on cat support.
Yep. Here is your moment of Zener. Go, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.